you new parents waiting for the arrival of the most important day of your life, and you've been preparing almost your whole life for this moment, the birth of your first child or even a second child. And congratulations. I'm going to talk to you about some of the things and insights that I think are important about preparing for that new life that you're going to receive, and that's going to reinvent and almost turn your life upside down. What do you do? How do you prepare for that moment? So I don't think there's anything really that anybody can do to completely prepare. There's no book, there's no YouTube, there's no course that you can go on that can really completely prepare you. No one can really help you understand what it's like to hold that new life in your arms. For a mother who's gone through pregnancy, that's why 9 months is an important time. It's a preparation. It is that learning, that movement that she feels, that evolution of her ideas, of that emotional preparation, thinking about all those things that you need to do. And it can be overwhelming. You know, for women today, they are so much in charge of their lives. And I often say to the parents that I see, from the moment your child is born, that self-control that you've had, you feel completely out of control, because children do that to us. You know, we can't predict everything. So my time that I'd like to just talk about now is some of the insights that you should think about when you think about and prepare. I would say the most important thing is connecting with somebody that is going to help you after the birth, someone that you can connect with, someone that you can talk to, someone that you have a rapport with, that can help you with those emotional, psychological, physical, feeding issues, developmental problems, that's going to be your guide to take you through that journey. Because all of us are learning. And, you know, doctors, believe it or not, even as a pediatrician training, I must tell you that it's, you know, when I went into practice, you know, the training as a doctor doesn't prepare you necessarily for advising new parents on how to manage the common practical things from the time a child is born. You know, how do you know your child's getting enough milk? Do you have all the right things? Do you have the right clothing? Do you have the right equipment? You know, how do you prepare your child's sleeping environment? How do you know whether your child might need extra milk? You know, should you allow your child to be exposed to family and friends in the first 3 months? That was a question I got asked the other day, you know, with COVID being so prevalent. And of course, heading up towards the third wave. You know, children are most vulnerable in those first 6 months. Babies are given a gift from their mothers. They've been given the immunity of their mothers. Whatever a mother's immune to, they are immune to. So the preparation can start making sure that you look after your own health as a mother. You get the right vaccinations. You can get the flu vaccine. There is the COVID vaccine if you qualify. And of course, there is also the tetanus and the whooping cough vaccine, which is a booster. So by doing that, you're preparing your baby and giving them free immunity and making sure that you create the right protective environment. Don't take risks in that first 3 months. Making sure that, you know, a lot of other families who have children, they don't necessarily think about the dangers of having young children exposing your baby. Making sure that you look after yourself. In order to look after your child, you've got to look after yourself, your own nutrition. You've got to sync your own biorhythms and sleeping patterns when your baby sleeps. And then, of course, making sure that you are kind of prepared. There are ways to think about nutrition, but you know, a lot of these things are instinctual. My own advice is don't think about things too much. Don't hyperanalyze. I see parents with, apps and putting in every time their baby passes urine and passes a stool, they're entering it, and it's not that important. Think about and respond to what your child needs. Every child needs something different. They have different sleeping patterns. They have different feeding patterns. Most important thing is recognizing what is normal versus what is not normal. And, I think for me, the most important thing is listen to yourself. Go with your gut feel. Listen to everyone. Reject those things that you don't feel are appropriate and hang on to those things that you know are right for you. So, I'm creating a new course for parents on my website, Guy Little Minds, which will be Welcome to Parenthood. And it's going to be a series of instructional videos and insights that I've had over 21 years as a pediatrician, helping share my experience of the practical things that are not necessarily things that you can read in a book. And those are things that I've picked up over the time that I've been a pediatrician. And for me, the most important thing is, if there is a concern, talk about it, share it. A problem that is shared is a problem halved. Go with your instinct, listen to your child, and that, for me, is the most important preparation that you can have. And remember, just one last thing, grannies and gogos are smart people. Sometimes it's difficult to take on board a lot of advice from grandparents, but they've been there and done it. So I would just listen to them a little bit more than you think you should. And that often will take you very close, together with your own instincts and advice, very close to what you need to have to prepare for the arrival of your child.